Nobody was supposed to be talking about Cape Verde after this match. Argentina are the defending world champions. Lionel Messi has 18 World Cup goals. And Cape Verde are a nation of 500,000 people playing in their first ever World Cup. This was supposed to be comfortable. This was supposed to be over in 90 minutes. And then Cape Verde walked into Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And for 120 minutes, they made the entire world believe. Messi scored. Cape Verde equalized. Argentina scored again. Cape Verde equalized again. And with 15 minutes left in extra time, it was genuinely anyone's game. The greatest upset in World Cup history was right there, within touching distance. And it took an own goal in extra time to finally stop them. Argentina 3-2 Cape Verde after extra time. And nobody is talking about Argentina. Everyone is talking about Cape Verde and a goalkeeper named Vozinha, who entered this World Cup with 50,000 Instagram followers and left it with 18 million. Let me tell you who Cape Verde are, because this story means nothing without understanding where they come from. Cape Verde is an island nation off the west coast of Africa. Population just over 500,000 people, roughly the size of Rhode Island. They had never qualified for a World Cup before this tournament. Their FIFA ranking coming into this match was 67. Argentina's was first, 66 places apart. And yet, for 120 minutes in Miami, nobody could tell the difference. Cape Verde qualified for this World Cup by beating some of the strongest teams in African football. They arrived at this tournament without fear, without pressure, without anyone expecting anything from them. And that freedom gave them something money cannot buy, the freedom to play without limits. And against Argentina, the defending world champions, they showed the entire world what that freedom looks like. Argentina dominated possession early, Messi probing, looking for openings, but Cape Verde were organized, compact, and brave. And then in the first half, Messi did what Messi does. He found a way through and scored to put Argentina 1-0 ahead. His 19th World Cup goal, extending his own record further into history. And Argentina relaxed, and that was their mistake, because Cape Verde did not relax. They kept pressing, kept running, kept believing. And just before halftime, Leroy Duarte drove a narrow effort past Emiliano Martinez. 1-1. The stadium was stunned. The world was stunned. And Cape Verde were level with the world champions. The match went into extra time level at 1 each. And in the 93rd minute, Noel Molina won a corner. And from that corner, Lisandro Martinez collected the ball at the far post, turned and absolutely rifled it into the top of the net. 2-1 Argentina. Surely that was it. Surely Cape Verde were finished now. But nobody told Cape Verde that. And then Sidney Lopes Cabral picked up the ball on the edge of the penalty area and curled it, absolutely curled it, into the top corner. 2-2. The kind of goal you see once in a tournament if you are lucky. The kind of goal that will be shown on highlight reels for decades. A player from a nation of 500,000 people, scoring one of the greatest goals this World Cup has produced, against the defending world champions. Cabral ran toward the Cape Verde fans with his arms wide open, and they came to meet him. And for that moment, Cape Verde were not the underdog anymore. They were equals. And then there is Vozinha, the goalkeeper who became the story of this tournament. He entered this World Cup with 50,000 Instagram followers. By the time the final whistle blew, he had 18 million. Vozinha made 8 saves in this match. 8 saves against Messi, against Lautaro, against the best attacking team in the world. Every time Argentina thought they had found a way through, Vozinha was there. He saved from Messi directly. He saved from Martinez. He saved from Almada. He was the reason Cape Verde stayed in this match long enough to score twice. And when the tournament is over and people remember this World Cup, Vozinha's name will be in that conversation. But Argentina found a way in the end. Messi won a corner late in extra time. Christian Romero rose to meet it and headed goalward. And Dini Borges, the Cape Verde defender, got the faintest of touches, and the ball went into the far corner. An own goal. 3-2. And this time Cape Verde could not find another equalizer. Vozinha made more saves in the dying minutes. Cabral had one more chance. Semedo had one more chance. But Argentina held on. And the greatest upset in World Cup history did not happen. By the smallest of margins. And now I have to mention something that has been sitting in the back of everyone's mind throughout this entire tournament. Nana Kwaku Bonsam, the Ghanaian witch doctor, said before this match that he had put a curse on Messi. He said Messi would not score again in this World Cup, and Messi scored in the first half, his 19th World Cup goal, and then scored again later in the match to make it 20. So what happened to the curse? Well, Bonsam has not commented yet, but this is the same man who said he released Harry Kane, and Kane immediately scored 3 goals. So perhaps the real question is not whether the curse worked on Messi, but whether Bonsam now decides to lift it, because Messi is through to the round of 16, and he has 20 World Cup goals now, and Argentina face Egypt next day, is what this match gave us. Argentina survived, but they were pushed to the absolute limit by a nation of 500,000 people, a nation playing in their first ever World Cup, a nation whose goalkeeper had 50,000 Instagram followers before this tournament started. Cape Verde leave this World Cup with no trophy, no round of 16 place, but they leave with something more valuable than either of those things. They leave with the respect of the entire football world. They leave with the knowledge that for 120 minutes in Miami, they made the defending world champions genuinely fear elimination. Sidney Cabral's goal will live forever. Vozinha's performance will live forever. And when people look back at this tournament, they will remember that Cape Verde came here and refused to be afraid, refused to be overawed, refused to accept that the scoreline was already written. Argentina are through to the round of 16. Messi has 20 World Cup goals. But the story of this match does not belong to Argentina. It belongs to Cape Verde, the Blue Sharks, who came from an island nation the size of Rhode Island and nearly stopped the greatest player who ever lived. That is all.